Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Matt from Hey Now, and you're listening to the Hey Now podcast. Today, we had a really awesome conversation with Callie and Tyler. Two of our longest-standing employees spoke a little bit about company culture, TV shows they're watching, and the work they do, and even how they met us. So stay tuned and check it out.
You are now listening to the Hey Now.
Hey now.
Hey now. Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, hey, hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
The Hey Now Media Podcast.
Yes.
Hello, this is Matt from Hey Now. I'm one of the owners, and I'm sitting here with Tyler and Callie, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Yeah, I'm Callie Bamba. I'm the art director at Hey Now Media, and I've been with Hey Now for going on 7 years.
Yeah, and I'm Tyler Sadrowski, paid media manager at Hey Now, and I've been here for a little over 5 years.
Very cool. So I'll start with Callie first. Tell us, how did you get connected with Hey Now, and just a little bit about that story and what it was like.
Yeah, okay, so I freelanced for you guys a little bit, eventually moved to part-time, and then full-time, but I had a lot of experience dealing with like entrepreneurs and startups, and I was doing branding projects and stuff for them for a couple different prior jobs, and then, yeah, I just really grew because I had a bunch of illustration work, so like there was an overlap with some projects that you started me on doing freelance, and then I just grew from there.
Very cool.
So,
do you remember how we met?
Yeah, let's see. So I called you Mike, actually.
A lot of people do, actually.
So, well, it's ironic because there's so many Matts. My boyfriend's name is Matt. I was on the phone to the interview, and I was on the phone with my friend Mike, and I'm like, oh, Mike, I'm going to have to come down, whatever. And I saw Matt Jaffe when I walked in. I go, hey, what's going on? Yeah, I'm here for Mike.
Oh.
And he's like, oh, cool, wait, who? And I was like, he's like, and then you walked in, and I was like, perfect, I don't have to explain. Me. Yeah, I don't have to explain it.
Yeah.
But for how many Matts there are, it's just funny that I called you Mike.
What a great guy. He never told me. He's my best. I've known him literally my entire life. He didn't say a word.
Yeah, and then from that conversation, Jaffe and I started talking about like the next logo project that I ended up doing.
Oh, right.
Or something.
Do you remember who that was?
No, but I just remember he was talking about like, oh, it could be like a mascot, and then he was talking about like how the hands would look. I was like, oh, I could do that.
Okay.
And then it moved into like some fish. We did like a fish project for...
Yeah, fish allure.
Yeah, I couldn't even...
Yeah,
I don't know.
I remember that.
A bunch of stuff.
Very cool. And Tyler, how did we meet? I don't remember, honestly.
No, I mean, so I was graduating college back in 2017 and looking for a job. During my time at college, I was part of the digital marketing clinic at Baldwin Wallace University. And the director of the digital marketing clinic, Tim Marshall, he connected me with you guys. And the rest is, as they would say, history.
Very cool. And who currently is winning the NCAA bracket right now?
Callie. Or Emma, one of the two.
2023.
I think I can get the most like accumulative like points at the end, but I did not pick Kansas, so that's why I'm in the lead.
I know. I just picked based on the names that I like, and I picked Arizona to go all the way. I did look that they were number one, but I was like picking a few upsets, but that was not the upset I picked.
Not the
like
upset
Matt
you
told
wanted.
me, like my Matt told me, he's like, you never go with the top 10 because they always perform like the worst.
Yeah.
So knowing that, he picked Alabama.
I picked all upsets, and that's why I'm in last place.
Very good. It seems like a productive month for you here at Hey Now then.
Yeah.
So I'll ask both of you, and either one of you can answer first, but what is your favorite thing about working at Hey Now?
Yeah, I could go first. I'd say my favorite thing about working here is the culture. Everybody's so welcoming, and it's very easy to work with everybody. I really enjoy when, we're able to get together as a group and get, the opportunity to see with each other, get the opportunity to work together in person as well. So if you guys, people that don't know, we are remote for the most part. So but a lot of us live in Cleveland. So it is cool when we get to that we are remote, but it's cool that we also get to see each other, once or twice a month, whether that be get together for work or get together just outside of work and, maybe grab a meal or get a drink or go bowling, go golfing, a lot of fun things. So
Awesome.
Yeah, same. I feel like just the general collaboration has always been like a sweet spot that Hey Now has. I feel like there's between the client relationships, between like our internal team and like growing our team over the past like couple of years now. You're always working with different people on the team and everyone brings something else to different projects. So yeah, just very collaborative.
Very cool. And what is the least favorite or worst thing about working for Hey Now? Pretend I'm just an employee and Matt Sobel is your boss, and I could tell you my worst thing.
Yeah, you started off. I don't know.
It's running our books and the finances.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
gotta hire someone for that. Oh man. I don't even know. I mean, there's nothing like too bad. I'm not gonna sit here and harp.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to think. If there's maybe one thing that I could change.
Okay, what is one thing you would change in
There's-
Hey Now Media?
If there's one thing that I could change, as I stated earlier, we see each other once or twice a month. I do think it would be beneficial sometimes for us to meet in person a little bit more often. Not to say that people, the remote work doesn't work, because it does, and we, as a business, I feel like, you look back 5 years ago or 3 years ago, whenever the pandemic started, we've only continued to progress as a company. So it's not that remote work doesn't work. Like I said earlier, I just like being around everybody that works here. So having the opportunity to get together more is something that I think I would probably change.
I think just overall, like a big challenge that I always face with clients or client work in general, that, I'd like to improve upon, but it's kind of not always within our capability to do so. When things like pop up and have to get done that same day is always a big challenge. Because it's like, if we had more time, we could be more strategic or like think through things a little bit more. But that can happen from like a dozen different clients. So like if someone pops up and says, oh, hey, I need this by end of day, sure, no problem. But also if 2 other people are doing that, then it just like can create, and that can get tricky if you do it, like if you say yes all the time. You'd be like, oh, I can do that, but how often are you, like you're then messing with like expectations. So like I could just magically change something. It'd be like, we need to improve upon not straying from our processes, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, that would be great advice for any business, sticking to the process and putting things through that pipeline as much as possible. I mean, it keeps things profitable from an owner's standpoint, and it keeps everyone happy, and it's a much better product and situation when we're able to do that. But obviously, it's not a reality to have that every single time. There are your outliers. You just try to make them the outliers and the exceptions. So I'm curious, when you're not working and you're not, focused on creating art or running ads or, the day-to-day with Hey Now, what are you guys doing outside of that?
You want to go first?
Sure. So I feel like I'm always either at the movies or watching TV and like digesting content that way. My boyfriend and I are active enough to like we'll take the dog for a walk, but like that's not like we don't live in adventure mode that way. It's more so like on the couch figuring out what's inspiring us. Or
What are some movies you've seen recently that you like?
well now it's TV shows, but let me think of a movie. We saw Shazam 2 last night. That was kind of fun. And then we saw Creed, but I didn't see the second one. Like, we went straight to the third one. I was like, this is just violent.
Right.
I'm not gonna, it's not
Watch
my...
the first and the third, not the second. Yeah.
And then I watched the first John Wick movie, which was also very violent, but it was good.
Very good.
Yeah.
You'll love those.
What about TV shows?
But
what are you
TV,
into
yeah,
right now?
like, I think there's more, like, creative opportunities with, like, TV to, like, tell the story, because you're limited to, like, this... You could focus on different characters and do all that stuff and build the plot, but obviously I was talking to Tyler about Parks and Rec. I'm on season 4. I'm very behind just in cultural terms because I just waited so long to watch it.
Sure. And is
but,
it
like,
living up to everything
yeah,
people
it's
are
totally
saying?
living up to the hype.
Okay,
Like, I think it's,
good.
I told Tyler low-key better than The Office so far, but just because of the characters and the storylines.
It definitely provides way more punches.
Yeah, and
The
like,
Office has way more subtle.
and it's not so aggressive. I told Tyler, like, The Office can be very aggressive and dry, which is fine, but I don't like that humor. I like it when it's a lot warmer and a lot softer. And then we were also watching, it's on Apple TV, with, what's his name? I have to look it up.
Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, no,
No?
the other, Jason Segel. Shrinking.
Shrinking.
It's called Shrinking, which I think is pretty good. He's like a therapist, and then he just like goes against his own rules, and it's like a creative show. It's different.
Nice.
Interesting. Yeah, cool. I mean, I too am very into television. Callie and I discuss TV quite regularly. So some of the television shows, man, that I'm watching right now. I'm actually about to start Succession. We were just talking about that earlier. I'm a big Office fan, big Parks and Rec fan. Honestly, anything that NBC does is, I think, quite brilliant. But yeah, other than TV shows, I'm a big Cleveland sports fan, Cavs, Browns, Guardians, excuse me. I'm still getting used to that. I love anytime that Cleveland sports are on, love getting the opportunity to go watch them, whether it's grab a drink with my buddies or just even sitting at home and watching them on the couch. Other than that, I like to travel every once in a while, nothing too frequent, not like anything crazy, but...
Where have you gone recently?
Well, I am going to Mexico here in a couple weeks.
Where in Mexico?
I'm going to Cancun and Tulum.
Oh, very
So I've
It's
never
a great
been
first spot to try.
never been to either of those. I'm
Watch
going
out
with,
for those cartels.
Don't joke about that.
Is it like
No,
an
I'm joking, you'll be
all-inclusive
fine.
spot?
No, so two of my friends are from Mexico, and
Oh, wow.
I'm going with them, and they're just gonna show me
That's incredible.
a good time. Yeah.
Are they from those areas?
Yes, the one's family lives in Tulum.
How do you know them?
The one family owns Cilantro, one of all of our favorite Mexican spots in the Cleveland area.
It's also a Van Aken favorite here at the district.
Yeah, so my buddy's family, they grew up there in that area, moved here, I don't know, 50, 60 years ago, and they opened up some of the best Mexican restaurant spots here now. So we're gonna go there in a couple weeks and hopefully it'll be a good time. I find it hard to imagine it wouldn't be a good time. So
Yeah, that sounds incredible, especially with, they're your buddies and they're from the area.
yeah, it'll be cool to see where they grew up and get that idea as well. Different cultural aspects too.
Yeah, but you're gonna...
The food.
Yeah, I'm excited for the food,
Cerveza on the
tacos, yeah, the beers on the beach,
Yeah. Now I want a taco.
At least you go eat cilantro.
I know, right? I think you could see it from here almost. Yeah, actually, in the reflection right here, you can see it.
Yeah, it's right behind us.
Very cool. Well, I think that wraps up our episode of Meet the Employees at Hey Now. I'm your host, Matt Brower, and we'll catch you next time.